Alright, so as you guys know, if you're watching this channel, I've taken a few days off, and that's just because I needed to kind of get back into the swing of things. I didn't burn out, but I felt like I was on the verge of burnout, so I just took a few days for myself to focus on some other things. Today, we are going to be talking about 5 reasons to start your YouTube channel today. These are just some thoughts that have been flowing around my head. I actually found an old journal, and this is a bonus tip right here. This is why you keep a notebook. Because I wrote some video ideas in here that I forgot about. I was flipping through the pages and boom, I saw some writing and I was like, we're making a video about that today. First reason you need to start your YouTube channel today is that 0 subs equals 0 mistakes. The beauty is that when you're starting out, you're gonna make a ton of mistakes. You are gonna make some really crappy videos. Go back to my first videos and look at them. Go back to my last video and look at them. Maybe you don't think I've gotten any better. When you start out, you have 0 subs, and anything you do will generally be your family or friends watching those videos, and they're gonna be the most supportive of you no matter what. So as you get better, more people will start following you, and they're gonna follow you because they like your content. So what I'm getting at here is that when you start out, your mistakes are as big as your following. They're not really relevant. This is the time for you to try new things out. This is the time for you to try vlogging, try talking head, try doing some stuff in the field. This is the time to figure out what you wanna do. Don't worry about not knowing exactly what you wanna do right now, because you will eventually know what genre and what thing you are going to do. Which leads me to number 2. Talking to the camera is awkward. It's actually really awkward. Nobody comes out of the box ready to talk to the camera. The only person I can think of that might have actually come out like that is Peter McKinnon. But I'm sure that he will tell you that it is an acquired skill. It is not something that you learn out of the box. You really have to get to know your camera as a person and be able to talk to it, because all of you are right here. It's just awkward. It's not a normal thing. It takes practice and repetition. There's no shortcut, so you may as well just start now. You're not gonna get better at this without doing it and putting the work out there. Number 3, vlogging in public is always awkward. There's no way to get over that, but there are ways to mitigate that. It's just one of those things that it's just awkward, and embrace it. It's fun. You will get over it, but it always restarts again. There's no like, oh, I'm over it now. You're gonna get the butterflies and the timid stomach and all the things where you're just gonna blank when somebody walks by. One way to really help you with that is to find a friend who does the same thing and vlog with them. I find when I'm walking on the street alone vlogging, it can be just, I can be so insecure about it, but the moment that I'm with a friend doing things, it's almost like you play into that. Somebody sees you and you kind of laugh because it's 2 things that you're doing, and you're almost looking at them like they're the weird ones for not doing it. Tip number 4, gear matters, just not right now. Now, Chris, what are you saying when you say that? Why are you saying that gear matters, just not right now? What does that even mean? Gear is very important, but if you don't know how to use your gear right now, or if you're not maxing out the gear that you already have, then the new gear is not gonna help you. This is not a save money and use the things that you have and be happy thing, but I'm telling you, as somebody who went through buying way more gear than I needed, first of all, the most boring gear is the gear that you're gonna use the most. That's the hard fact. If you don't know how to use your gear, what you're gonna do is you're gonna spend all of your time on Amazon, on B&H, trying to find new gear because you saw this person use it, and it's going to create anxiety, it's going to create dissatisfaction with what you have, and all of that time could have been spent making videos. I promise the times that I look to buy gear the most are when I'm not creating. When I'm creating and actively doing things, I'm not thinking about my gear nearly as much. It's usually a reason to procrastinate and not do anything. So the gear that you have is probably more than you need, and you need to start using that first and then look into more gear. A general rule of thumb, make sure that you already have a use planned out for the gear that you want to buy. Don't think I might need this one day, so I'm gonna buy it. There's plenty of gear for that. Tip number 5, what you do is not important. It's how you do it. Everyone's life is boring. Not everyone has the most ridiculous life where they're just doing these crazy things, and the reality is that that's not what your viewers want. Your viewers watch your channel because they like you and they like the way that you show these things. I started vlogging during pandemic, during quarantine, during right now. what I learned very quickly is that things like doing the laundry, things like getting gas, things like going to work can actually be interesting things if you show them in an interesting way. It's literally about how you tell your stories. I think I have an interesting way of folding my laundry, and I wanted to share that in a way that, for one, when I was vlogging, I needed to do the laundry, so I was figuring out ways to do things in my vlogs that I'd actually had to do, but then be able to show them in an interesting way so that you could enjoy them. It's like a win-win. I had to do it anyway. So laundry was definitely one that I think stuck. And you've got just a mundane task, but showed in a way that make them interesting. If you can get away with adding something from your morning routine into your videos, it will warm you up for the rest of the day. Does that make sense? And finally, guys, the bonus tip, stop making excuses. There is no better time than right now to be starting your YouTube channel. If you've been thinking about it or it's something that you're trying to do, then you just need to do it. It's that simple. It's a cold pool. You just gotta jump in and go. And may I direct you back to tip number 1, and that's 0 subs equals 0 mistakes. You're your hardest critic, for sure. You are the person who is gonna put yourself down the most. When you get negative comments, you're gonna realize that those people who are giving you the negative comments are doing nothing. They're the ones who are sitting on their couch doing nothing, watching you and trying to find a way to put you down. You'll realize that when those people try and make fun of you, it just doesn't have the same effect. Your friends aren't gonna put you down, and people who have done it aren't gonna put you down because they know exactly how hard it is to do what you're trying to do right now. So all of that to say, guys, have fun creating. Tag me in your videos. Message me on Instagram if you started a YouTube channel. I'd love to check it out. Yeah, use a notebook, do all the things, enjoy outside, and just have fun. You know, have fun, you know. That was a really weird video. Very different, very, very different. If you like this video and want to see more like it, give it a thumbs up. If you like me, consider subscribing to the channel right here. Ooh, look at that. Chris meets Chris. How's it going, Chris? Pretty good? Fun fact, that picture was taken in Hong Kong. Anyway, guys, that's it. Peace.